Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I'm pretty sure you know of the massive missile and drone attack that Russia launched on the evening of the 28th of December and morning of the 29th, with 158 rockets, missiles, and drones launched. And in this attack, the Ukrainians claimed about 31 civilian victims dead, 31 dead, and about 100 and some injured, wounded. Yeah, that's awful. Terrible. Move on. I'm talking about myself here because I don't want to linger on that one. That's the job of others to talk about that one. Now, do you know that the Ukrainians returned the favor attacking Belgorod and killing 21 civilians and injuring dozens? So they say the Ukrainians, and for good reason. Well, look at these guys. They committed a terror attack on our cities. The Russians claim the same thing. The Russians say, yeah, the Ukrainians committed a terrorist attack on Belgorod. Did you hear about it? Why not? It happened today. And on the 29th, after the massive Russian attack, the Ukrainians requested the United Nations Security Council to convene and had a little chat over there. Well, the same thing did the Russians today. They asked for one and they had it. So let's cover all these things plus the map. I would like to show you that this garbage occurs on both sides, and unfortunately other people count their money and their stock going up or down. In this case, I guarantee they go up. So let's start with Russia today. 21 dead in Ukrainian attack of Russian border city, governor said. So this is from 30th of December 2023. More than 100 people have also suffered injuries in Belgorod, according to emergency services. The strike on Saturday by Ukrainian forces on Belgorod is the quote-unquote worst since the start of the conflict between Moscow and Kiev, Belgorod regional governor said in a Telegram post. In a separate post in the early hours of Sunday, he added that the death toll has grown to 21. The shelling also left a total of 111 people injured, the emergency ministry said. The material damage sustained by the city in the strike is still being assessed. Okay, did you know that? The strike damaged more than 100 vehicles, most of which were totally destroyed or burned, according to Gladkov. A large number of commercial facilities, including shops, stores, and malls, were damaged as well. He added, some gas and water supply systems in the city were also hit, according to the governor. The regional authority decided to cancel all public gatherings, So we have here, the Russian Defense Ministry has said that the attack on the city involved the use of cluster munitions. This is the next article. Kiev used banned weapons in attack on Russian city. Well, cluster munition is banned for some, but is not banned for others, as far as I remember. Ukraine fired rockets equipped with cluster bomb warheads to attack Belgorod. So again, this is the same. This weapons type has been banned by more than 110 nations under a UN convention dating back to 2008. The Ukrainians claimed the Russians used cluster munitions as well. So garbage on both sides. I wouldn't be surprised if they both come and say, yeah, man, we use, what are you going to do about it? We're not signatories of that convention, so what do you want? So it says the Kiev regime used multiple rocket launchers to hit the city earlier on Saturday, the ministry said in a statement on Telegram. One was a Ukrainian Olka system, which is capable of firing 12 guided rockets in one volley, hitting targets at a maximum range of 70 to 130 kilometers, depending on the type of system. The Olka rockets were equipped with cluster bomb warheads, the ministry claimed. A Czech made, from Czech Republic, RM-70 Vampire, an upgraded heavier version of the Soviet BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher, was also used, according to the Russian military. Russian air defenses intercepted most of the incoming projectiles, but several hit the city, the ministry said. It added that in case of a direct hit by Olka missiles equipment with cluster munitions, the consequences would be immeasurable, more severe. So that is, there's some picture over here of the town in smoke, and that gets me to the map. Let's go to the map and see where Belgorod is. So we got that cover. This is the map of Ukraine. Belgorod is south of Kursk Oblast, is right here. This is Belgorod. So this is the town of Belgorod, right here. So the Ukrainians use probably something from Kharkiv or from Sumy region, and they just hit right here in this town. Put it like this. It's north of Kharkiv Oblast or Kharkov Oblast. So this is it. Now let's go to this one. Agence France Presse, December 30th, 2022. Russia accuses Kiev of quote-unquote terrorist attack on Belgorod civilians. Now, if the Russians did it and they killed civilians, is the same thing as the Ukrainians if they did it, or if the, I don't know, the French, or right? Killing civilians is killing civilians. Not good. So it doesn't matter who does it, and should be called, in this case, the terrorist attack. The same as the Russians claimed, the Ukrainians claimed. The Russians said, I read that in an article before I started this video, the Russians said that actually those civilians in Kiev and other places where they were reported, they occurred, were killed because of the faulty Ukrainian air defense systems, like they shot and, you know, that was the argument the Russians provided in the United Nations Security Council meeting, which I think it was very flimsy, okay? Now we could have found something else. Not impossible, maybe some could have occurred due to that, but I can't tell, because you have to be very certain that your missiles and drones hit the target, each and every one. All right, well, the Ukrainians claim that they downed about 80-some missiles or 20-some drones or something like that. So they claim they hit a lot of air targets. And they know the debris fall over the cities or wherever they're hit. That's why for me it's kind of strange that these guys are hitting the objects, the incoming missiles or drones, only over the city. They don't hit it, you know, outside of the city. Now you can say, why do the Russians hit the cities? Well, if you have the army located in the cities, where are you supposed to go? And if you're going to use that defense argument, only one country is allowed to use it. Well, these guys are using human shields. No? Not, the Ukrainians cannot use that argument, or the Russians, only those guys. All right, and that's another one here. And we're going to go to the last article. Where are you? Right here. I think this is the one. Right. United Nations Security Council holds emergency meeting on reported attacks on Belgorod, Russia. So this is the city of Belgorod. And let me do you a favor. Right there, so you don't have to see me. Beautiful. Well, I'm pretty sure many Ukrainian towns were also beautiful before this garbage was allowed to occur. Why do I say allowed? You got Minsk 1, Minsk 2 agreements, and the Russians tried in December, October, November last 2021 to have the West, Al Capone, come at a negotiating table and provide some guarantees that they will not put missiles in Ukraine, they will not do this because they're too close to Russia. And the Americans knew that that's a red line, but they didn't say, well, we're not going to talk to you. Do what you need to do. Let's see if you have the courage. And Putin said, yeah, I will do that. Unprovoked, right there, attack. And the Russians and the Ukrainians are decimating one another for the interest of some bad people. So thank you very much for being with me again today. Remember, it's not unidirectional. A war is always on from both sides. And if you think that one side is an angel and we have only one army who we're told is perfect, and that is again the same guy I mentioned earlier, then I don't know, you need, if you are not engaged in a war, at least read about wars. Don't watch movies. Read about wars. Movies are not a source of knowledge unless you analyze the movie, like how it was made, what kind of subliminal or not so subliminal messages it conveys, how they want to condition your brain to function when you see a certain kind of group always in a certain position of power, another one being in a position of criminals. Then you create stereotypes in your subconscious, and when you see things differently, you're gonna say, oh, something is wrong here. I will tell you how this works. I came from Romania. I moved to the United States of America. Very grateful for that. So I came here, and obviously here you have, in Romania, you have 99%, 100% white people. So I never had any problem with anybody, but I never even imagined that it's going to be whatever occurred would occur. So I moved to the United States of America. In the United States of America, obviously, you have many nationalities, many races, and all that. So you can see a black guy, you can see an Asian guy, you can see a white guy, you see whatever, many mixture and so on. So after you live decades in the United States of America, I went over there to Romania after some time, and I was very surprised to see white people, only white people. And then, for instance, I watched over there on the TV, they showed the parliament of Russia, or I think on YouTube, I saw the Duma whole seemingly of one color. I was like, I'll be damned. It's just that is by being exposed to certain kind of realities or movies. If you watch movies and they show you always a blonde guy with blue eyes being the crazy guy who wants to destroy the world, then that's going to get in your subconscious. And then when you're going to see one of that guy as your boss, you immediately, from subconscious, is going to say, what the hell? Something is suspect with this guy. Well, I know if you see a presidential candidate looking like that, again, then what the hell? But if in the movies show you the chief of police, the president, the boss of the CIA, the army, the greatest guy over there, the being of a certain kind of race, when you meet that person and he's not there, or you meet it in a position, you say, oh, that's normal. Or if you don't meet it, you're going to say, what's going on here? And you can't explain why you feel not at ease, not seeing that person belong to a certain kind of group or a certain kind of position, because you were conditioned by the movies. And then the movies create reality as well, because if you promote a certain kind of group, when you meet them, oh, he's a principal, oh, he's this, oh, she's that, but you don't understand the process of selection based on many other schemes. I'm not going to get into that, but I can go, and then that will be probably the last time we meet on YouTube. If I make such a video, I will make it probably on other, like in Rumble, and then we'll see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So remember, terrorist attack done by them. Terrorism is the same way. Terrorism is a definition. If you fit in that definition, or the actions fit that definition, doesn't matter if you're United States of America, France, Russia, never Israel, and other countries. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.